I'm gonna go over a little bit of the basics of Calatheas, and I'll repeat my joke before you guys come after me. I know a prayer plant is not a Calathea, but it's something people will mistake as one very often, and the care is basically the exact same. And you'll see a prayer plant around more often than you will see this cool white fusion Calathea. But you know, for video and care sake, I thought I'd show them both because you'll see them both.
Go Joe!
So I got a few things today to kind of just go over, like I said, basic care. And something I wanted to touch base on mostly was repotting, because I know Calatheas are a little bit more sensitive with repotting. They honestly really don't like it when you repot them in the first place. They hate their roots being bothered. So I figured I'd touch base a little bit on that. And so I got a few example pots, and granted, these are way too big for the plants that I'm showing you. So don't take this with a grain of salt, because as you can see, does not fit at all. But a good rule for thumb with Calatheas, when you repot them and when they grow, they don't really grow up and like down very much. They grow more sideways, so they get wider more than they get tall. So that being said, you want to go for something that's going to be more wide like this pot and shorter rather than this one, which is just huge comparative. They want more of a wider pot, so I'd go with something a little bit more stout and a little bit wider. These are both 8-inch pots. So as you can see, there's a pretty drastic difference, and it would prefer something like this. And so that being said, repotting, I've got a few things to show you guys. They want kind of like a weird, I would say it's like a 50-50-20, and I know that sounds stupid, but they want like an orchid mix with your whatever potting soil you like best. So for me personally, it's Fox Farms. So I grabbed this little guy to show you, which is a really good potting soil. I know we use it here at this Jen's location. I don't know about the other ones, but this is what we mostly use in the store to repot things. And it's really, really great. I use it at home even. I bought so many bags this spring to repot things with, or last spring. It's not spring yet. We're getting there. But I'll use this, so I'll do 50 with this. And this one's really good because with Calatheas especially, you want something that's got perlite in it. You want something that's got charcoal in it, which this mix specifically has both of them, as you can kind of see in the picture, and like kind of tells you on the side here. But it's not open, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd peek in the bag to really show you that it's a really good chunky, like the charcoal that's in here. It's not just like little bits of mashed-up charcoal. Like it's good chunks of charcoal. So this is a really good mix that I like to use. And that being said, that brings up fertilizer as well. And off the top of my head, I really haven't read anything or heard anything of Calatheas needing a certain type of fertilizer. So if we have more people in the chat, or the people who are in the chat, if you guys know a special Calatheas fertilizer, go ahead and drop that in the chat for everybody to realize. But at home, I use just a basic fish fertilizer. So my Calatheas that I use at home do get this basic fertilizer too. And this one's really, really good. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I hope so. But this is what I use, and I dilute it in water in my watering can before I water everything, give it a good little mix, and then go to town watering. So I don't do anything too special with them. I know some people will go crazy, and I'm sure there's a certain fertilizer that they like better that I personally don't know. So if you guys do know, I'd love to know. So let everybody know. But that being said, they do like a lot of humidity too. So if you don't have humidifiers at home, if you don't have, or if you've got a very dry house, which here in Wisconsin, we definitely do have dry houses. So I know at home, I've got 3 humidifiers running, and a lot of my plants, these guys especially, have pebble trays. So definitely would give these guys a pebble tray if you've got a humidity problem in your house. So that really is kind of just a good basic care. Oh, I forgot about light. These guys are kind of nice because they can do a lower light. They don't really need a super, super high light. That being said though, the white fusion does need a brighter diffused light because of the variegation, because of the white on the leaves. So other than that, I do have a variegated prayer plant at home as well as a red prayer plant. And they're in, I would say, a more mild diffused light, and they're very, very happy. But they are getting misted daily as well. So they do really like their humidity. Another really fun, just cool fact and just cool thing about them, you can kind of see it is a new leaf, But you can see this one right here is all folded up on itself. They do that when they need humidity, when they push out new leaves, they come out all folded and twisted and really, really cute. So that's also a good way to tell if they need water, if they need more humidity, they'll fold up on themselves, especially the prayer plants, that's how they get their name. They'll pray, like prayer hands. So that's just a fun, cute little thing that they do. So very fun plants. A lot of them too, as you can see with the white fusion, the bottoms of them are a fun pop of color. So when they move around your room or the living room, wherever you have them, they'll follow the sun with their leaves. So they're just really fun, cool plants. And I feel like people chalk them up to be very high maintenance, and that's just because of the humidity, which if you guys are as crazy of a plant person as I am, that's not a problem. You're willing to put up with a pebble tray or two. So don't think they're scary. They're very, very fun, very rewarding plants. They grow very fast once they're happy. So definitely get your hands on a cool one that you really like. But yeah, other than that, if you guys maybe have questions, I don't know if you guys want to ask any questions or anything like that.
Don't have any right now.
That's just kind of a really good basic overview of Calatheas / prayer plants. So.
Is that a good ending point?
Sure.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank everybody for showing up today.
Yeah, sorry that was really quick. I know I talked a little fast, but
That's okay. We appreciate it. Thanks for your time today, Alla.
bye guys.